Hello everybody, it's Andrew Hutchings here, and this video is about, are hamburgers bad for you? I'm actually going to make two videos, and this is the funnier of the two, so I'll make it first. I'm not a licensed physician, and this is not medical advice, but in my opinion, hamburgers, and I just ate one, are not bad for you. Now, we could try to debate how healthy they are, like, oh, that's red meat, it's blah, blah, blah. But in terms of being in good shape, looking good, performing well, they are absolutely not bad for you. They're actually a really good mixture of different types of foods. You've got your meat, you've got your vegetables, and you've got your bread for carbohydrates. It's a complete meal. I actually remember back when I was a little kid, I don't know if it was like 5th grade or 4th, I think it was 5th grade, they asked us a question: if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? And even back at such a young age, I was a thinker. And I was like, I would have a hamburger with everything on it, and that way I could have every nutrient I need. I mean, it wouldn't be literally everything, but it'd be like getting pretty close to it. And then if I didn't want some of the stuff, I could take it off or eat it separately. But the point was that I chose a hamburger, even when I was in 5th grade, if I could only have one food, because it has pretty much everything you need. Now, I don't recommend living off hamburgers, but it proves the point. Like, you've got your meat, which is very important. You've got your vegetables, which are important. It's arguable how important they are, especially if you can take a multivitamin. And you've got your carbohydrates, which are very important for not feeling like garbage and having energy and performing well, because they turn to sugar. Sugar is your main form of energy. Also, it's pretty much the only form of energy your brain uses. Maybe that's why I'm so smart, because I eat lots of sugar. But I don't want to get diabetes, so I gotta cut down on my sugar intake. I don't eat a lot of carbs, I eat a lot of sugar. Today I ate a lot of carbs, but in general, I eat a lot of processed sugar. But yeah, that's that. Hamburgers are great foods for fitness, but I wouldn't personally eat like 5 hamburgers. I would eat like 1 or 2, and then eat more hamburger patties just by themselves to get more protein in. I mean, you could have just like 3 or 4 hamburgers even. I mean, spread out. What I meant is in one sitting, I probably wouldn't eat more than like 2 hamburgers with the buns and the vegetables and everything, just because that's a lot of space in your stomach. And generally, what I'm lacking is protein, not lettuce or tomatoes. My body doesn't need more tomatoes, it needs more protein. So that's why I would add in extra. I mean, I don't tend to eat more than 2 hamburger patties at a time, so I could... But if I was training hard, I would probably eat like a total of 4 at a time. But right now, I'm hardly working out, so 2 is plenty for me. But yes, I would, if I was working out hard like I often do, I'd probably eat like 2 hamburgers with everything on them, and then 2 patties all by themselves. And I'd probably follow it up with some ice cream, but that's just me. Now, I don't recommend eating like McDonald's or In-N-Out hamburgers. I'm talking about when you buy the meat yourself and cook them yourself. Not that McDonald's or In-N-Out are horrible, but they're really greasy, and it's a much smaller amount of meat. And personally, I just don't like how greasy they are. I think they're less healthy. They're not horrible, but bad fats are bad for you, so better to choose the meat yourself and not have it soaking in leftover grease from 2,000 hamburgers they cooked earlier in the day or week or whatever. I don't know what their procedures are with their grills, but they're a lot more greasy than when you cook them at home, that's for sure. And you don't need to be a rocket scientist to realize that. You only need to have cooked a hamburger at home and had one at a restaurant. You know there's a difference. I mean, if you have it at a good restaurant, then those are just like cooking it at home. But I mean, if you have it at a fast food restaurant. But I'm not going to go on and on. I'm a big fan of hamburgers. I've actually gone through phases in life where I dieted solely eating hamburgers. I mean, not solely, but like in the morning I would have a few berries. Normally I eat a lot of berries, but I would have like a few berries, cottage cheese. During the day I'd have like a protein bar, maybe a banana, maybe a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and then I'd get home and I'd wait it out a while because I'd be hungry, so I'm waiting it out through the hunger. And my one thing I would eat for like the later part of the day would be a hamburger. So it's not like I was only eating hamburgers, but it was like the staple of my day. It was the biggest meal versus just a little cottage cheese or a little protein bar. So you can use hamburgers for cutting, you can use hamburgers for bulking, you can use hamburgers for staying the same. You can use them for anything. You can use any food for anything. But hamburgers have it's a well-rounded food. You can hire me for training, advice, consultations, plans, etc. Same thing with diet, same thing with supplements, any kind of supplements. But you cannot hire me for medical advice. What you can do is hire me to consolidate medical information, put it all in one place, and present it to you along with my opinion. My non-licensed physician opinion, which means I also have no bias, and I'm not trying to I could technically be trying to rip you off, but like there's no medications I can prescribe you and get kickbacks from the pharmaceutical companies, and you're not coming to me for a repeat, maybe you'll come to me for a repeat appointment, but basically you can take my word for it or you cannot. I am not going to rip you off like a lot of doctors do. I actually care to help people, have them get good results, whereas doctors just want to have you come in for like 15 minutes, get you out, get the next guy in, because they need to get their money. It doesn't help that most of them go through medical school and get like a $200,000 to $300,000 debt, then they get out. They're working as residents for a few years, not making much money. Their debt is growing. So once they're able to bring in the patients, they're not so focused on how the patients are doing. They're focused on getting the most money to pay off their student debts and then get their life started. Just a little bit of inside information. And you can hire me to tutor you in chemistry, like general chemistry, organic chemistry, chemical biology, whatever stuff. Just not calculus or physical chemistry. I don't want to tutor those, and in fact, I can't really tutor them because I haven't done advanced math or physical type chemistry I haven't done advanced math in like 6 years, and I have only done very little physical chemistry. And I don't want to tutor you in physics. I was really good at that. I haven't done that in a long time either. Technically, I took a class on it, but like a couple of years ago, didn't study at all, just went off my knowledge from like 4 years before that, got a B or a C. I didn't care. I had other stuff I was concerned with, not getting an A in physics again. But I can tutor you in any sort of chemistry or biology stuff, no matter how advanced, as long as it's not like a specific niche field that, like if you're getting a master's degree in fluorine synthesis, or you already know how to make antibody toxin combos and stuff, but you're trying to like develop a new tech. I can work on you with it, but in other words, don't pick something that's super specific that only somebody who has studied that very specific field would be good at. Like, don't hire me to read an NMR of a protein to you. I can read you an NMR for a small molecule, but you get the point. Stuff that's realistic. Probably if you're doing that advanced stuff, you don't need me to tutor you. Probably you guys don't even know what I'm going on about. But yeah, I can tutor you in organic chemistry, general chemistry, biology, chemical biology, whatever kind of normal university stuff. Oh, my website is andrewhutchings.org. My Instagram is natural_true_fitness. Underscores are those like flat lines on the bottom. And my book on tendonitis is coming out very, very soon. Oh, and apparently if the video is longer than 10 minutes, it can be monetized someday for more money. So let's wait it out a little bit longer. I need to lose weight and diet. I've been saying that for a long time. Haven't really been doing it, but still need to. Yeah, not the best lighting. My biceps disappoint me personally. I haven't seriously worked out biceps in almost like 9 months, so I shouldn't be complaining. They look pretty good for that. Like, I've worked them out a couple times, but for the most part I've just done like rows and stuff. But I did do a bicep day like a week ago. But if I want my biceps to look their best, I need to do specific bicep workouts like 3 to 4 days a week. And then they'll get bigger muscle-wise, and they'll get lots of blood flow, making them like temporarily bigger. I remember one time when I was really working out my biceps a lot, my friends were like, "Oh, are you on steroids or something? Your arms got so much bigger." But we decided that probably it's just because I was working them out so much that they were constantly pumped to the max. Yeah, because like the rest of my body didn't look so big, just my biceps. And yeah, that was our conclusion we came to. And I think it's true, because if you work out a body part as hard as you can, as often as you can, it's going to constantly have lots and lots of blood flow.